Hi, I'm Brian Barnett, Mayor of the City of Rochester Hills, and as always, thanks for watching. March, among other things, of course, the seasons start to change. We get a little bit of cabin fever here in Michigan, but one thing that we've always celebrated here is the fact that March is Reading Month. And every year in the month of March, usually I head out to classrooms all across the Rochester and Avondale school districts and read to students, encouraging them to read with their parents and loved ones as well. And certainly this year, with COVID in steep decline, we'll be back in the schools and getting a chance to read to kids across the district. But today, I thought, in celebration of March is Reading Month, I would read a few books for you today. The first is called The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash, and it's written by Trinka Hanks Noble with pictures by Stephen Kellogg. "How was your class trip to the farm?" Mother asked. "Oh, boring, kind of dull. Of course, until the cow started crying." "A cow? Crying?" "Yeah, you see, a haystack fell on her." "But a haystack doesn't just fall over," said Mom. "Well, it does if the farmer crashes into it with his tractor." "Oh, come on," said Mom. "A farmer wouldn't just do that." "Well, he would if he were too busy yelling at the pigs to get off of our school bus." "Well, what were the pigs doing on the bus?" "Well, they were eating our lunches." "Well, why were they eating your lunches?" asked Mother. "Because we threw their corn at each other, and they didn't have anything else to eat." "Well, that makes sense. But why were you throwing their corn?" "Well, because we ran out of eggs." "Out of eggs?" asked Mom. "Why were you throwing eggs?" "Because of the boa constrictor." "The boa constrictor?" screamed Mom. "Yeah, Jimmy's pet boa constrictor." "What was Jimmy's pet boa constrictor doing on the farm?" "Oh, he brought it to meet all of the farm animals, but the chickens didn't like it." "You mean he took it into the hen house?" "Yep, and the chickens started squawking and flying all around." Go on, asked Mom. "What happened next?" "Well, one hen got excited and laid an egg, and it landed on Jenny's head." "The hen?" "No, the egg, and it broke, yuck, all over her hair." "What did she do?" asked Mom. "Well, she got mad because she thought Tommy threw it, so she threw one at him." "Well, what did Tommy do?" "Oh, he ducked, and the egg hit Marianne right in the face." "So she threw one at Jenny, but she missed, and she hit Jimmy, who dropped his boa constrictor." Uh-oh. "Oh, and I know, the next thing you know, everyone was throwing eggs, right? And when you run out of eggs, you throw the pig's corn, right? Right again. Well, what finally stopped it?" "Well, we heard the farmer's wife screaming." "Well, why was she screaming?" "We never found out because Mrs. Stanley made us get on the bus, and we sort of left in a hurry without the boa constrictor." "I bet Jimmy was sad because he left his pet boa constrictor," said Mom. "No, not really. We left in such a hurry that one of the pigs didn't get off the bus, so now he has a pet pig." "Boy, that sure sounds like an exciting trip," said Mom. "Yeah, I suppose, if you're the kind of kid who likes class trips to the farm." The end. The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. And I'm going to read one more that's kind of special to me because this is a story that was read to me when I was a kid and that I read as well, and some of you parents might know this one. Even a movie made about this, Where the Wild Things Are. Story and pictures by Maurice Sendleck. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. He doesn't look happy. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and the day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. That looks pretty wild. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Uh-oh. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into all of their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Look at them dance and sing and cry out here in front of the moon. This is what a rumpus looks like, apparently. Swinging through the trees, riding on their backs, laughing, finally resting. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed, of course, without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. I wouldn't stay either. Ugh. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Where the Wild Things Are, Story and Pictures by Maurice Sendak. Well, we hope that you find a good book or two to read with your parents and loved ones. March is reading month, lots of time to find a great book, read a story, and have an adventure. We always encourage you to get involved and read. And check out the Rochester Hills Public Library if you're looking for some of the latest cool things to read. Have a great month, and God bless.